Welcome to my channel. My name is Leah, and if you are new here, welcome. I am so glad that you took the time to join me for these dinner recipes. This is Savvy Saute. This sauce is my favorite to put on salmon. The chili garlic sauce, some ginger, and coconut aminos, or you could use soy sauce if that's what you have. And then I just topped it with some sesame seeds. Just whisk those ingredients together real quick. The more chili sauce you use, the spicier it is going to be. So that is all up to your personal preference. Top that on top of the fish and then bake it in the oven this time. Oh my gosh, it was so easy. Foil line the pan. Everything is going to come out so quick. Now this may look like it leaves a lot to be desired, but there is nothing better than a good seasoned burger on the grill and then topping it with some A1 sauce. Oh my gosh, so good. This is 4-ounce portions that I seasoned. Girl meets grill. Do not be intimidated to grill. Of course, if you don't have a grill, you can always cook these inside the house, either on the stove. In a cast iron skillet is going to get you the best sear. Otherwise, you can even bake them in the oven. It's really easy. And then because the Weight Watchers points came out for cooked hamburger, I ended up just portioning the burgers out to be a little bit bigger than what the cooked portion was going to be because I knew it would shrink. For some free points, I'm going to use some mushroom, pepper, and onion. Here, you could use any kind of vegetable that you want. It's going to give you those free points, but I love sauteed peppers and onions on just about anything, including my breakfast eggs. So this was just a no-brainer for me, but go ahead and use some asparagus, broccoli, whatever it is that you're craving. I just sauteed these in a skillet on my stovetop, and instead of using oil, I used water to let them steam, and it came out perfect. Now, my husband does not like mushrooms, but I love them. So I'm gonna just go ahead and take care of 3 mushrooms just for myself. My go-to when I saute vegetables is just to put a spray or 2 of this in the pan. But I think what I'm going to do today is just drop some water in there and let it just kind of steam. We also had some fresh cut pineapple here with our dinner, and everybody was a fan. The last dinner that I want to show you ended up being so amazing. Even Dakota had no idea that I did not use actual rice. So you're going to have to try this. See if you enjoy this as much as you would any other kind of Mexican restaurant, because that's what Dakota said. He was craving Mexican restaurant, and when he came home and saw what I made, he was like, okay, maybe this will work. And then after he ate it, he said it totally took care of his craving for that. So what I did was some onions, some pepper. It could be any color that you want. That's just going to bulk up the meal for one and also give amazing flavor. So going to saute those in the skillet with the water. I guess not saute because that would include fat, but we're going to steam in the skillet with just some water, and it doesn't need any other kind of seasoning. And then with the chicken is where you're going to make sure you use a lot of spice. I used just a regular taco seasoning. You can make your own. This is just what I have on hand. And then coat each side. Now I butterflied the chicken as well to make sure it cooked quicker. That's just how I prefer to do things. But I put the taco seasoning on each side, and then I used some olive oil spray in the pan, and then I just cooked the chicken on both sides. It doesn't take very long. This is one of those teeny tiny avocados that you can get from Trader Joe's. What I saw on the Weight Watchers app is an entire one of these avocados comes up to 7 points. So it just depends on how much of it you're going to use as to how many points your dinner is going to be. I ended up using just under half. So Next, I chopped up some fresh cilantro. I feel like this is absolutely critical whenever I make Mexican food, but if it's up to your taste preferences, you don't have to use it. It's just one of our favorites. I also used a fresh tomato, which you can use as much of that as you want. It is completely free in points. And then as well as some lettuce, any other kind of vegetables that you think would taste good in chicken. It's up to you. And then we also wanted to have some cheese on ours. So we just used a white cheese from a Kraft single kind of thing, and it ended up being 2 points for that. It is the closest thing that we could get to having a cheese sauce like you would at the Mexican restaurant. Otherwise, if we had extra points, I could have, melted that down in a skillet with some heavy cream, but just sticking that one piece on there was fine. Okay, here's the part that you have to try. It is the best hack that I can teach you today. So go ahead and get some cauliflower rice. Either make it yourself with a head of cauliflower or just buy it in the freezer section, and add some salsa of your choice, hot, mild, whatever, and then some taco seasoning. And I probably used about 4 tablespoons of this. It really just depends on your preference. Once I had it all mixed in there and the cauliflower got a little bit softer in the skillet, I was able to have it mixed in really well and then decide if I needed more. So it's all up to you. So there you can see I have everything topped on top of that Spanish cauliflower rice, and it all came out to only 5 or 6 points. Dakota's was actually only 3 points. His was only 2 points because he did not have any avocado. Well, that is all I have for you today. Those 3 recipes were definitely our favorites from the week, and I hope that I was able to inspire you in your weight loss journey or just trying to eat some new, fresh ideas. If you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe and become part of the Savvy family, and leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you there and get to know you. And until then, I will see you in the next video.